Thanks, Karma. Yo, what's going on, guys? John Spirit Collectibles. Thank you guys for coming in. Carmelo, that means a lot to me. Thanks for letting me know. Carmelo, thanks for coming in, buddy. This is a hold on. This is actually a good test, Carmelo, to see what's going on with the algorithm. I really want to. I'm really, really curious. I know this is about selling formats, and we're definitely going to talk about selling formats. Hey, Thrift, Tastic. I need glasses. But I'm going to mispronounce everyone's name. I don't know why I put my glasses, but thank you guys for coming in. Karma, 100 some bookmarks. That doesn't mean as much. This is actually supposed to be featured in multiple categories. So it's supposed to be community. It's supposed to be, I don't know, like 10 categories. I don't know if you guys can check to see that. So I'd be really curious, Ginger Thiffer. This is going to be a big indicator of what's going on with the algo. I think. I don't know. It's a seller community show, so we'll see. Can you guys see the giveaway? I feel like nobody's in the giveaway. And I have the, I figured, let's figure out the ideal auction time also, because that's going to factor into the pricing discussion. I get a lot of feedback with that, and I think it's really stream specific, obviously. Ginger says 10 to 15 seconds. You guys can see, so far we have 2 for 10 to 15. I think this, it depends if is this a buyer-driven answer right now or a seller-driven answer. I think I want to stick with the seller-driven answer. I probably should have said that. People, that's true, Ginger. 10 to 15 seconds makes sense. But here's the thing, and this actually is a good way to start talking about pricing strategies. So jump right off into it. Let's get Ginger as an honorary moderator too. Ginger, let us know when your next show is coming up. People do have short attention spans, but you have to know your audience too. So if I have 10, 15 people in here, and one of them and 2 of them buy comics, and I run 10 to 15 seconds, there's a really good chance that 1 out of 2 people is not going to be ready for that auction. Especially if I'm running, let's say, the daytime, and they're being a bad kid, and they're at work, and they're got one headphone in, and they're trying to bid under the table or in the bathroom. Then I have 1 bidder all of a sudden. Now it's so much easier for a streamer with 100 people in the room. I'd be running 10 seconds. I'd be running sudden. I'd be like Blazendare. I'd be running 5 seconds sudden death all day if I had 300 people in the room, wouldn't you? That's a little different, but so I think it's stream specific. Let me know if you agree with that. I think 10 to 15 seconds is great, but again, you got to know your audience. Family first, sure. I mean, it depends what day you're doing it. It depends on what you're selling. It depends how much they need to see as far as the item goes. Like, actually, this is a good topic because if I'm selling, I'm trying to find something to show. If I'm selling something like this, it's sealed, and I love this one because it says whatnot on it. If I'm selling something that's sealed, we all know, you don't have to worry necessarily about the condition, things like that. If I'm selling packs of cards, you pretty much know the value of those. It's transparent. But if I'm selling something that requires a little extra attention to view, and I'm trying to find something else, something expensive, maybe an action figure, for example, and you need to see the condition, or a card. Actually, a card would be a good one. We'll use old Don Mattingly with his mustache. If you put this up for 5 seconds, I think that's kind of a terrible. I think that's a terrible watch is a good idea too. I think that's a terrible thing for the seller. That seems like kind of they're kind of trying to get away with something, doing it fast, getting the hype. If you see card shows doing that, you don't get a chance to see the condition, and you bid up for that, and they do sudden death. That's the whole to me, that's not with integrity. I don't think if it's graded, that's different. Now, if this is graded, you know what it is. Oh, that's a Don Mattingly PSA 9. You could run it fast as long as the people in the audience know what they want to pay for it. But if you need to see the condition of something, then I think you need more time. That's a pretty long explanation for that. But I think you get it. Items listed in advance so people can search. That's true too. That helps. But Karma, and I'm going to keep doing the buts with you guys today, or the ends. And you have to realize that a lot of people are just scrolling through, so they may not even know that Springer Collectibles had a show today, or that Ginger Thiffer had a show, and they just get in there and they're like, "Oh, okay." They don't even have time to look at the store; they're just seeing the stuff. So, let's see what you guys say about the auction. Hold on, Allie can give a good answer on this. Everyone says 10 to 15 seconds so far, but we only have 3 votes. Thank you for sharing, guys. Please share the stream. We only have 11. The giveaway is about to happen. We only have 5 in the giveaway. I don't have any whatnot giveaways today. They didn't send me anything new. Usually, I'll send Whatnot merch. I would give that away, but then I won't have a little pennant in the background to show that it's Whatnot kind of thing going on. But I'll see if I have any more Whatnotty kind of things. Otherwise, I'm just giving away fun cards. Big Al, perfect. Big Al. Third, I know what to send you, Big Al, so that makes it easier. We'll get another giveaway up. I can't list items in advance in my show since it's out of storage units. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, I mean, that's a good point, Ginger. If it's just like a random unboxing show, you're right about that. That is true. So pricing strategies. I mean, we started talking about the time that you run the clock. That's true. Okay, here, Thrift. I love your guys' feedback is the best because we can build off that. My first stream says Thrift. I did 30 seconds and I felt it was too long. My second show, I did 15 and got more interaction. Thrift, that's great feedback. I think if you find the middle ground, again, it depends on the audience in the room and the items that you're running. I think what were you selling, Thrift? And I think you're right. The 30 seconds I used to think was okay, but I think it is too long. If you have an engaged audience, 30 seconds is too long. I think people will be more likely to swipe. The app has changed so much over the last few years, and I have to remember to pivot, um, to think about those kind of things. Karma says, I hate long auctions. You always get the people that get in the last second. That's true too, Karma. You got to find that right balance. Selling vintage clothes and accessories. See, clothes, I feel like you do need more time to look at clothes, but as long as your buyers don't care as much, just hope they don't complain later when they only had 15 seconds to look at a vintage shirt. You know what I mean? Um, they can't tell if there's stains or like I couldn't sell this. This is one of the higher end vintage shirts I have. If I sold this in 15 seconds, that wouldn't be cool because there's like stains on it. You got to see the size of it. I don't know. I guess you could show it before you run it and then say 15 seconds. But I think it's going to be specific to the stream. I don't think there's a right answer. Is what I'm trying to say. Oh yeah, there you go. Corporate says I describe it and then show clothes and then run. That's great. Corporate goth. That sounds perfect. For now, selling vintage clothes and accessories. What not the type of platform? This is what Ginger Thrifter says. Um, that's fast paced and 10-second auctions. Anything more than that, I've lost viewers because they don't want to wait. I think it depends on your audience, though, too. The age of your audience matters, too, doesn't it? Awesome. AA Ron, welcome. I usually show it before and then run it. All right, I like the feedback here, guys. So maybe this is what the poll is about, though. Like if you all say 10 to 15 seconds, 15 seconds might be the new 20 seconds. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know. I think if you're prepared and you have things loaded up and you have a good audience, then you can just hit run, 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 and not worry about it, right? I think again, it really depends. If I only had 12 people in the stream, though, I don't know. I don't think I could do 10-second auctions unless I had an engaged audience. Like if I had an engaged audience and we were all doing like just comics or something like that, and you guys all knew your comics, yeah, I might start lowering it down to 15 seconds. So I think, or even 10. I might even do sudden death if I feel like the audience is there, and you know, for Joe's, if I have an engaged GI Joe audience, you're right. I think that there's two ways to look at it. I hope there's a GI Joe collector in here. The thing about running a Joe quick, you can't. I don't think you can do it. Honestly, I wouldn't want to do that. I'll show you why. Like there are certain things you have to look for with Joes. You have to look for paint. You have to look for cracked elbows, and they're not going to have time to see all those things in 15 seconds. Again, if I describe it beforehand, then this is a moot point, right? So I guess the thing is, if you could describe it beforehand, that's going to help. Long lags between products. I agree. That's not a good thing. People sell an item and then you stare at a blank space. They're looking for another item for a minute. I agree, Karma. You got to be more prepared and have everything in one place or have everything loaded up. That's the ideal thing. If you have everything loaded up in the store, again, it depends on your category though, because if you have everything, it's like one type of item and you can just sit there and run, run, run like diecast cars. That's much easier than if you're in a storage unit and you have all sorts of crazy stuff and you're taking requests. So, I think keeping the auction at a reasonable pace and try it out. I would say try out 15 seconds, try out 20 seconds, 30. See what your audience likes. I mean, you could even ask for feedback during the auction, honestly. And let's see. Thrift says, I don't know if this has been happening to people as I've only had two shows, but after a while, I can't even run auctions. Ooh, Thrift. I mean, that just do you have an Android? That's more of a. Do you have an Android? Do you have an iPhone? And maybe reinstallation of the app could solve things. I haven't seen that happen, but that's check your internet connection, all those kind of things. Let's see. Ginger says I have boxes by me, and I grab the item, view it, and talk about it. Run the auction, grab the next. Ginger, that sounds like a perfect kind of motion. You definitely want to keep things moving. What's the ideal amount of items you think you could run per hour, guys? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Sellers, like what would you like to be able to run per hour, and what are you running per hour? We all can't be Blazendary running 100 items an hour somehow, or whatever that they're doing, which is amazing. Like I wish I could do things that fast and have an audience for that. Awesome. Aaron says, if you are running from a separate device, then refresh that device is awesome. Okay, there you go. That's good advice. Might be Whatnot. I was in a show that froze and everyone got the notice they were in the lobby. Oh, that's weird, corporate. I guess there are going to be glitches from time to time. It's definitely way better and way more stable than it used to be. Like when we first started on the app, I started in 2021. I just like ran with the punches. Like you just knew that the app was glitchy. It was early on. Sometimes figures would like action figures would go for less because the auction would just stop, and it was horrible at the time, but you just roll with the punches. So I would say right now the amount of problems definitely are very minimal, and they keep improving it. Just make sure your app is updated, of course. Thrift says I posted 50 items in my shop and ran like a tour show. That's brilliant to list in your shop anyway, Thrift. Because let's say you that's another format is the buy it now format, obviously. So buy it now format, you could if most people maybe they do realize this, I don't know. Um, you do buy it now format, you have stuff in there passively so people can find your show. And then when you actually load your store up, you're gonna have all this inventory to load up. And during your auction, you could turn those into auctions if you guys didn't know that. So if you're a new seller like Thrift, you can take all your buy it now stuff and start turning them into auctions, or you could turn them into what is it called now? I forgot. Like the quick deals thing. I don't know. My mind ran a blank there for a second. It's like a sale kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on one second. Read the chat. It's annoying to have to ask something 10 times. Oh, is that what Karma said? Yeah, I always talk about that. How you have to keep up with chat, which I'm not doing right now. Let's see. So I posted 50 items in the shop ran a 2 hour show. So you ran all 50 items in 2 hours? That's solid, especially your second show. My first show, I did 106 items sold in 3 hours. I think that's great. But I think it showed like 130 items maybe. Okay. Yes, acknowledge you see it. Always acknowledge you can see it. Now, obviously, if you're gonna need mods if you have a lot of people in your stream. Flash sale, thank you. If you're gonna have a lot of people in your stream, you can't keep up with chat. If you're like, I'll use Corey Manx. I think he's on right now, for example, um, and tell him to raid in here, please. So tell somebody to raid in here from community if they're almost finishing. But I would say, something like that. How can you keep up with all the chats? I feel like it's impossible. When I have 12 people in the chat, I better keep up with all the chats. Like I better keep treating it like we are in a brick and mortar store, and you guys are all my customers in the store. That's how you got to think about it. Let's see, kicked you out and brought you back in. Says corporate. Okay, let me see what else here. Okay, that's it. We caught up then. What's up, Jen Deals? Welcome, Jen Deals. You do these types of shows, right? I always forget who does the community shows. Bishop, 45, 45. Oh God, I'm not 45 anymore. I'm 46. Ugh. Yeah. Bishop, you like diecast and stuff, right? Bishop, your order's way out the door, by the way. Hold on, I'm gonna read this. Check out Jen Deals, guys. Let's see if she has one of these shows coming up. I'd love to hear her feedback. Bath and Body Works Queen, the best deals on Whatnot. I feel like she's been on here a long time, also, guys. She has sold over 13,000 items, a 1 day ship, and you should be at 5 stars. What's up with that? Let's see. 3 years. All right, story time. Hey, reselling. You didn't do a weird name when you came in. Bishop, what kind of cards do you collect? I got some cards for you. Jen Deals, did you do your pricing format show? I'm curious if you already did yours, or is it coming up and we can promote it? And why do I only have 15 people in here, Jen Deals? How many people come into these things? Ninja Turtles, you got it. They're like promoting this in like 10 different streams. You'll do it soon? Okay. And the June show, I guess, is coming up again, the Nerves, which we could all use a refresher on the Nerves. By the way, you can see all my other Q&As. If you go, please do me a favor, subscribe to my YouTube. I think you guys are going to love what's coming up on my YouTube. I keep hyping it, but I finally have more come in at night. Got it, Bishop. Thank you, Jen, for Q&A shows. Interesting. So I would love for you guys go to the notes tab and click on follow the link. I got to get a link tree, but it's a Bitly. I'm old. I'm like 2012 here. It's a Bitly, and what you do is check out all the seller Q&As there, Bishop. But there was something I was getting to. I was gonna say, and I totally forgot. Hold on, I'm gonna catch up with the chats. So check out Jen Deals also, and I totally lost my train of thought. 3,000 items in 1 day. Wait, I gotta read. Hold on, I gotta go back and read that. What now? What? Who did 3,000 items in 1 day? Hold on, my first show I sold 3 items. 12 in my second. What's in people's average? Oh, okay, cool. My order shipped out. I noticed. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Thank you, Bishop. You're gonna love the order. I promise. No gaming stuff today. We're just doing seller Q&A today. So yeah, check out this Q&A. I was gonna say we had some other shows on like nerves and things like that. Let's see, 46 as well, Bishop. Oh my God. Oh, you're Bishop 45. Let's see. Holy smokes, 3,000. Who said 3,000 items? Aaron. Did I say something wrong? Let's see. When I started, I was lucky 20 something my first show. That's what's so interesting to me. So corporate golf, how long have you been selling for? The numbers are baffling me. Jen Deals has been on here a long time too. Jen Deals, have you noticed a decline or is it just me? Let's see. What was the 3,000 thing? I'm trying to catch up. You did amazing. Yeah, you did amazing. The person that has sold three. Oh, with one day should. Oh yeah. It was three. Yeah, I probably misspoke. She sold slow to summer and down. Okay. I just mean in general. I feel like the other person said, newer sellers. I think what's happening, Jen, and I've done some research on this. She sold 13,000 items, has 3,000 reviews in 3 years. That's what I was trying to say. And, I've talked to some other, I call it legacy sellers like myself and like you, and the algorithm is favoring newer sellers because they want to keep more new people engaged to be sellers. Because how discouraging is if you're a new seller? Like Ginger Thrifter came on. Imagine if he came on and he only had 4 people in his room. Now, Ginger Thrifter had what? How many did you have? 30, 40, something like that? That's not a coincidence. There's no way he just randomly got 20, 30, 40. And right, Ginger? Can you confirm that? Ginger Thrifter does not have a social media following, is not a full time reseller. Is that true? Ginger Thrifter seems like an awesome guy, and he talks to people in the streams, and he connects with people, and he networks. But to come in, oh, wow, corporate, and average it, 10 to 12, my bad. Okay, I was wrong then. But that's still solid for your first couple shows. And then you really killed it then, Ginger. You got to keep going on that. Um, Favoring super fast and sudden death rates. 9 dimes. That's a great. See, we need feedback like that from 9 dimes. I need to hear more things like that. That's interesting, 9 dimes. Because I've tried so many different like formulas, like selling fast, chat engagement, sharing the show, all those things, and I feel like I'm stuck in like and this isn't about complaining right now, but I just think we can learn some stuff right now. I feel like I've been stuck in some sort of like old algorithmic mud or something like that. And I don't know if it's just because I'm a legacy seller or it's my inventory or it's my show in general. I don't know. We're figuring out. Even this show right now, this community show is boosted. It is visible in like 5 to 10 categories. There's only 14 people in here, so I don't know what it is. Is it me? Is it the app? Is it not? Am I not visible? Because this is not even about me. This is about giving information. Like I'm part of this seller Q&A group, and I've been doing seller Q&As for a couple of years now, actually, and it just keeps getting lower and lower and lower. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's just more people on the app. We got another giveaway coming in 3 minutes, though. Jen, did they send you more whatnot merch? I feel like I'm out of. I'm out of whatnot merch, and I think they did say they're not going to send any more until the new branding. I guess they have new branding now. So let me see if I can catch up with the stuff here. Maybe it does. I'm going to catch up with the chats. I find algorithm favoring super fast and sudden death. That's interesting. Let's see. So we were talking about pricing strategies, by the way. So I want to talk about more. It's a dollar. You're out too. Okay. Dollar starts. Most people who sell a lot do dollar starts. Reselling. That's true, but that's like the catch 22, right? Like if I have 10 people in my room, if I do dollar starts, I'm gonna sell, something that's worth. If I did this at a dollar start in a room of 10 people, how much is it gonna go for? $2 maybe. So that's the tricky part. But if you do it in a room of 50, 60, 70 people, that's the trickiest part. Honestly, you got to figure out that balance between how much you're willing to sell it for and not losing money because it's still a business at the end of the day. You don't want to just sit there and waste your time selling to make no money. It is a good way if you're newer to build a following. People come in and get good deals, of course, but you're not going to be able to sustain a business like that if your margins are, negative or low like that. I'm going to read the rest of your chat, so let me catch up here. So 9 dimes says boost is not effective at all for me. I just tried that 2 9 dimes, and I agree. I've tried many different things like that. My follow people don't even show up. Agree. Corporate, I have over 14,000 followers, and I understand that most of them are long gone, turned off the notifications. But I always joke that with that many followers, you would think like just like 20 people would accidentally click on the notification on their phone they forgot to turn off, and that doesn't happen. So I don't understand it either. Some people have told me they think that the notifications are not always going out, and that they're getting notifications for people they don't even follow. I don't. So I'd love to hearing your guys' feedback. There are a lot more sellers, Tony. You're totally right about that. I love the feedback, guys. Let's see what the next person said. Everyone who says I sell a lot, that usually means they do dollar starts. Fair enough. I use ChatGPT to make me a title that would subconsciously make people click on my show. Did you? I mean, I've tried everything with ChatGPT too. And if you're not using ChatGPT, I could do a whole entire Maybe I should just talk about ChatGPT only. Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about YouTube. What I was doing next with YouTube. Jesus, that's what I was forgot to say. But ChatGPT is your best friend. Use it. But we'll talk about that later. I feel like I should just do a pop up or a stream just on that. It's like a religion. I would be going door to door, like converting people if they understood. And everyone I've told what to do, like people like Gen Xers like myself, they're just blown away. They're like, "That's what it does. That's what you can do with it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I just saved you like freaking months of your of dumb work." Um, let's see. Dollar starts bring people. Selling through the pain will pay massive dividends. Nine dimes. I like what you're saying there. That's interesting. Nine. I think I'm gonna try to. And you've sold 27,000 items, 5 stars. So check out Nine Dimes. I'm gonna follow you. Let's view their profile. Nine Dimes, time traveler, robot ninja. That's awesome. Nine Dimes has a show tomorrow, 2:22 p.m. Coins. Okay, so you're doing coins. Coins I find to be tough, Nine Dimes, because corporate goth, congrats. Because coins, like there is an approximate exact value for coins, right? So it's like, how do you find margin on coins unless I don't understand something, unless you're finding stuff in the wild? Like if you try to buy a bunch of, like anytime I look at auctions and I see bullion, I'm like, nah, forget the bullion because everyone always bids up to melt price, right? I'm trying to find some cards for you, Corporate Goth. I lost my little stack of cards that I was giving away. Let me do another one. Corporate Goth, do you collect anything? Do you collect Pokemon or sports cards, Garbage Pail Kids? And then with Corporate Goth, I'm not sure. It's like an oxymoron. So I guess that's the point. GPK. I thought I recognized you maybe. Maybe I feel like you've been in my GPK streams before. That's possible. Thanks, Corporate. Let me just write that down. All right, let's do another one. I'm gonna also give away some toys and stuff. I wish I had more Whatnot merch, guys, to give away, but I don't. And I'm gonna catch up with the rest of the chats here. I really appreciate you guys coming in. I do. Please hang out for a little longer. I'm gonna do a show later as well. Let's do another fun little giveaway. This time we'll do a little pick a prize givey. Weirdly, a huge Mickey Mouse fan. Okay, I'll see if I have any Disney kind of stuff. So corporate. Does Mickey Mouse have a GPK card? Goth equals Mickey plus GPK. I like to send you guys something that's like a little bit of fun to get in the mail, not something you're like, what the heck is this? So let's see. I'm gonna go back to the chats. I think I missed some. Dollar Shots Bring the People says Nine Dimes. So Nine Dimes, can you tell us real quick if you're still here? Did you do at some point were you like, all right, I'm just doing dollar starts. I don't care if I have 12 people in here or 10 people. I'm just gonna do them and see what happens. And then it clicked for you. Has that happened for you? But wait, you're doing coins though, so I don't know. Let's see. Allie says you're not getting notifications. Wow. Now Allie is my top. She's Fluxing, right? Or what is it? No, she's Calvin Kleining because I all my rewards club. If you look at it, it's all Back to the Future references, which is 40 years old like today, which is crazy or soon. So if your number one customer is not getting notifications, what does that say? That's crazy. I believe her. I mean, why would she not? You know. And Carmelo told me the same thing. Consistency is so important. I agree with you. And finding your niche, your niche. Like when I first started, I was doing GI Joes only, and it was a lot easier than what I'm doing now. It was consistent. You had one product to worry about. You had your core audience. They knew what to expect. It was very predictable. When you're selling everything from Confederacy, ribbons that I just got to Beanie Babies to starting lineup to sports cards to McDonald's toys, it gets a little crazy. That's true. You're gonna have so many different audiences. So maybe I need to stay in one lane too. Let's see. Oh, Thrift says I did not want to do dollar starts, but had low interaction. First show, sorry, it's shaking, guys. I did $3 starts on second show, way more sales. Shaking my head. Gotcha, Thrifty. Okay. The people who sell logos, yeah, it's reselling. It's crazy to me that people actually pay for logos. People must be making a killing. I wouldn't have the integrity to do. Like, I have too much integrity to. I mean, I guess if people don't know, they don't know. But you could literally make logos for somebody or do design work for them using ChatGPT, right? Is that what you're saying? Let's see. I made sure to tell Chat to make a picture that would catch their attention and make it subconsciously want to click on the picture. But did that actually work, Ginger? I've tried that too with colors. Corporate says GBKR. I'm catching up. I'm weirdly a huge Mickey fan. Corporate says I haven't seen one. Nine Dime says yes. I think that was answering when I asked you if you switched to the dollar starts. I only do dollar on damages or if I have way too much of an item. Yeah. It scares me. I've seen so many people, especially new sellers, sell all their items for $1. Oof. Yeah, I mean that could be a big oof if you don't have enough in the room. Not to mention if you do sell at $1, like it's a lost leader trying to gain people, trying to gain a following, but you're literally paying to sell stuff if you sell at a dollar, because once the fees are taken into account, you're losing. I mean, you're losing more than margin. You're losing your time. You're losing. You're going to use materials. So it really, a dollar order could be like a negative like $3. It could be a negative $5. I don't know, right? Maybe it assumes that if you buy a lot from a seller, you don't need to be notified. I hope not, Karma. That's crazy. Especially, hey, custom. Especially if like you're someone like me that is at present time, I do not have a consistent schedule, and they want to know when I'm on. The pop up is everything. If you also subscribe to my YouTube and you have YouTube notifications, maybe you'll get that one. Sells them like hotcakes. Really? I don't know who K Dog is, but maybe reselling. We should be selling logos then too. Custom wood burning. When do you have one of these shows, or have you already had it? Um, okay, lost money for 6 weeks here. This is interesting. Nine Dimes is going to some real world feedback here on the court stuff. Lost money for 6 weeks with dollar starts. That's some dedication right there. Wow, you got cojones. Then the floodgates open up and the money follows. I've heard people say that, Nine Dimes. Maybe you need to grin and bear it like Nine Dimes did. Maybe it's true. I mean, it must be. You're giving us the feedback, so that's really interesting. And then, but corporate says you devalue yourself at a dollar. It's a really tough topic. I really think so much of it has to do with how many people are in the room. But Nine Dimes said that they just risked it and just kept going and going. Let's see. Bachelor's in digital art, and my degree is dead because of ChatGPT. Oof. Well, at least, yeah, that is tough. ChatGPT. I was just thinking about it the other day. Oh, who's in here? Who just did that? Christie's Collectibles, long time. Thank you so much. Oh my God, your sponsorship was Tuesday. How did it go? Custom wood burning. I have some real, actual questions for you. I want to know what you talked about. What was interesting to talk about. We've been talking about like the amount of time to run an auction for, how much to start auctions for is a big one, obviously. And I'm wondering, how many people were in your stream on average? I'm just curious. Den Jack, I can't pronounce your whole name. What type of cards do you collect? Some? Oh no, I'm giving out toys right now. Hold on. Let's see. Thank you guys for coming in, guys. Please follow Christie Collectibles. That's amazing. Karmas is building business time, whether it's online or any other format. That is true. Um, it's a different animal. This is all new. Like live selling is a baby right now. Live selling right now is like dial up internet right now. I think would be like the analogy. Let me get you something to pick out. Actually, let me know what you collect first, and otherwise I've been giving out like McDonald's toys and stuff. It's like a simple thing. They're all sealed, but or I've been giving out cards. If you like cards, so tell me what you collect, and then I can figure it out. But I'll just show you a few in here in the bin, in case you want one. Like for example, yeah. Let me know what you collect first. I don't want to send you junk that you don't like. Advertiser platform. Yeah, we've been Karma. Everyone's been saying that for years. I don't get it because no one really knows. I guarantee you that Funky Pops. I do have. I could send you a pop, I guess. Let me send you a pop. All right, Funko Pop. They should call them Funky Pops. They should call it Ovaltine. The jar is round. All right, hold on. They should call it Roundtine. Bet. All right, bet. When someone says bet, they're under 33. Bet on that. No cap. Everyone knows the bay. Yeah, fact. See, if I say the Sigma Rizzler, does that mean that's like saying like off the chain when it became not cool anymore to say that, or something about the house? You know what I mean? Like when we were younger and people like adults like me in the 40s would be like, they would say things like wrong, and you're like, oh God, that saying is old. Stop doing that. You're embarrassing me. I feel like I just did that. Anyway, reselling says, okay, so I'm gonna get you a Funko Pop. Let's take a walk and see the Funko Pop because movement also helps. We need more. Hold on. You know why movement helps is because it's all like dopamine movement. Like that's why all these like shorts are so quick. They're like boom, boom. They have these quick cuts because no one has more than a 3-second attention span. So I just also, if I walk around, maybe here you can pick one of these guys. Ready? You can pick this one. That's one. You can pick Baron Zemo. Or how about Dr. Maru? I probably said all three of those things wrong. Or two of them at least. I can't do this. Hold on. That's why I can't sell with me on the. All right. My focus was here's all the options. And then it says Sell in ways that best fit your products and energy. There's no perfect recipe. That's true about that, of course. Yeah, it really isn't a perfect recipe. People say that, but live selling has been happening for years. Yeah, but it's way different reselling. Way different now than then. This is nothing like QVC. It's QVC meets, you know, TikTok and Instagram. It meets eBay. The Arrow one, yeah. It's an Orbi or a Gorbs, whatever it's called. Schmorbs. Everyone says you have to show face to sell clothes. Interesting. I don't and did okay. I don't know why you have to show face to sell clothes. I don't get that either. That doesn't make sense to me. You got it. That's a nice little gibby. Congrats. Um, let's go back now. That didn't really do anything. All right. Congrats. Dorps. What is it? What are they called? Dorbs. What I don't know. Oh, only it's a GameStop exclusive. Malcolm Merlin. All right. Congrats. All right. What else are we gonna talk about then? We'll do a couple more gibbies and then I need to do a show myself. Maybe I'll try doing. I was thinking about doing like a bunch of flats and just loading it up, dollar auctions, and just like closing my eyes and saying, "Let's go." But if I have 7 people in here, that may not work. Hold on. Maybe it will. I'll have to just get the resellers to come in. Just take everything I have so I can start over. Dorbs. I want to start over completely. More consignments. I have more consignments coming up too. A lot of consignments. Um, really high end Pokemon consignment coming up. Hopefully next week. And I think what else? Oh, I have some like really cool Civil War stuff I'm gonna be selling later today. Stuff that's from like I don't know 125, 135 years ago. It's like ribbons and things like that. All right, so we have another gibby going. Wood burning was just telling us what they were talking about. So we talked about dollar starts, the pros and cons. We talked pull. Just grab an empty box and start auctioning. Just fill the box. It's interesting. Yeah, it depends what they're doing though, Allie. Because if they're doing that in those pallet shows, I've seen a lot of trash. Like I almost want to show you guys. I hope the seller's not on anymore. The trash that they throw in some of these boxes, they shouldn't be allowed on these. Like they're literally giving you garbage, like stuff that should go in the trash. I think reselling. Back me up on this one, right? Like overstock of overstock of overstock stuff that should not be sold. Basically, it should be given away. Junk toys. It all depends. It looks better throwing that stuff in, but if you're throwing just garbage in a box, that's not really interesting either. You believe that? Yeah. So that's the problem. The only problem with this app, and I don't want to get off topic, but there's a lot of people that have no integrity that are on here, and that really angers me. But you have to stay in your own lane and stay off the Reddit posts, seeing all those kind of things, because it'll really demoralize you when you see all that. But at the same time, it's like, well, good, they were caught. Like I'm glad somebody caught this scumbag who's opening packs and then before they actually sell them or swapping mystery boxes out. Whatever people have done some disgusting stuff on here. I'll just say that. I'm completely transparent about everything. If I make a mistake during an auction and you paid for something, you're not happy with it, you cancel it. I don't care. Cancel it. We redo it. It's my fault. Even if it's not my fault. I had someone cancel the other day. They bought. I don't care. I'll tell it. And they had a great reason. I always accept cancellations. I sold an Aerosmith signed shirt, right? But he didn't realize what it said on there. He said, "I can't hang that up." He said, "I didn't realize what the shirt said." I'm like, "You're right. That's not cool. I accept your." He didn't have to say anything. I would have accepted his cancellation anyway. But he made a great point. Like maybe I didn't show that item long enough and I didn't describe it long enough. So you want it? Let's all right, cool. Let's run. I never run anything on these shows. Can I run it on this show? Can we run some? Is that without integrity if I run stuff on here reselling or Allie? Can I run stuff during my seller Q&A show or you want to wait? I don't want to wait. I'd rather sell it to you guys that want it. And it's got the passes and everything. There we go. 2 people say it's cool. I have a good story about this too. Hey, thank you. I always try to tell people don't do the whole. I understand why people write no cancellations. You know what I mean? Thanks, corporate. All right, I'll sell it. Give me a minute here. Stick around, share the show, and I'll do it in a minute. It's good with you. As long as it's good with Allie, then we're good. What was I trying to say? I always do that. But oh yeah, the good story about this. I wish I remember who the person was. It was somebody that, and I believe them. I do believe them. Because why would they say this? We were talking about the shirt, and he was telling me he's in the music business, and he maybe was a background guy, or he's play like a guy that would play in the band, but not what do you call that? Just a session musician, whatever you want to call it. or touring musician. All right, and he said he's on a friendly basis with Steven Tyler, so he texted him a picture of this. I held it up, and Steven Tyler said, "Yeah, that's my signature." So that's my PSA on it. But it's pretty obvious. Like, who the hell would ever fake putting Aerosmith signatures on a shirt like that anyway? Like, is this company still around? French Connection with their stupid little puns. Sorry, I shouldn't call my item stupid, but and then you get the passes with the provenance. So anyway, we're gonna run that. Um, Another shirt that for some reason, if it was any other band from the '90s, would have sold for $1,000 immediately. Does anyone else do vintage shirts in here? I know a couple people said they do. I feel like I need to consign this because this is such a money shirt, and I feel like there's no respect for how money it is. Like, how much do you think that's worth, Thrift? That's signed by the band originally. This shirt is tiny though. It looks like maybe a 10-year-old wore it, but it's the giant brand, which is what you look for, obviously, for vintage. I say vintage, not thousands. See, no, I can't get $300 for it, Thrift. I thought it was worth like 1,500 when I first got it. I can't even get 300 bucks for it. But I think a T-shirt seller, like what's her name? She's been on here a long time. Wolf. Shit, I forgot her name. Something with a wolf. Ah man, I forgot her name. You probably know what I'm talking about. She could probably sell it for $1,000. I actually reached out to her. She was also at Comic Con with me in 2022. She was one of the earlier sellers on here that Whatnot took care of, like myself. All right, so we're gonna run that after this givey. They've unsigned. Wow, Thrift. Hey, Thrift. What do you collect, Thrift? Besides, I don't have anything ready today, right at the moment. But what do you collect, and I'll get you something cool. Do you collect any cards? I forgot it was the card. I think I did a card one, which means plain white envelope. But we're gonna run the Aerosmith shirt. That'll be fun. Should I start at $1 and be an idiot? Let's do it. All right, let's do an experiment. 9 dimes. Should I start at $1, 9 dimes? And wait, you're supposed to sell clothing, right? You're supposed to sell. This is our experiment. You're supposed to sell clothing with you on the screen, apparently. Which I don't understand that. I don't know. I guess you should. How am I helping sell this clothing at all? It's not mine. You're scared. It's not mine. Let's see. It did sell, and I was telling the story about how I let them cancel it, and they had a good reason to cancel it. And I was talking about cancellations. I think that's an important topic, actually, is cancellations. Have you guys ever had a cancellation situation where you didn't accept the cancellation? I'd love to hear that story. Then maybe there was a reason for it. I can't run the corner. I'll run the corner, but not for $1. But I will run it. I'll run it. I'll run it cheap. All right, let's do it. Is this in the store? Hold on. Somebody take this home. We need to listen to some Aerosmith. What's Aerosmith song should we play? Should we play like oh, it's not in here. Come on. Let me add it in. Oh no, it's not in here because Scoring started at $2. Oh, yeah. See, almost everyone saying no returns. I was gonna ask that. I see almost everyone. So I know why. I understand why they do it. Yeah, live it on the edge. I mean, could there be a better choice, Allie? Um, let's live on the edge and start this at $1. We're doing a live experiment. Please share the stream. We're doing a live pricing experiment. So you can see me fail, which is like that's good for seeing some like fail videos are popular, right? Also, we're doing an experiment. There's a lot of things going on here. All right, hold on. I'm Ryan Seacresting you guys by taking forever to run it. I hear a lot of sellers say no cancellations, no exceptions. I don't understand why they do that. That makes no sense. No one said, "Dude looks like a lady." Yeah, it's true. That's yeah. Go ahead, Karma. You guys are sharp, man. Shit. Both of you guys. But yeah. What was I lose my train of thought way too easy. Let's see. I hear a lot of sellers no cancel. I don't know why you wouldn't cancel things. Like every cancellation I have is always a good reason for it. Like it just doesn't make sense to me. I think they come from the Facebook world of selling or whatever else, and a lot of scammer buyers maybe. So that's probably why they're like on defensive already for that. Squirrel. Oh my, that's a what's it called? It always calls me hallowed. Hold on. So far, by the way, the poll says that you guys like 10 to 15-second auctions. That actually is good information. Maybe 15 seconds is good. Significant objects book? What's that? Significant. Now we're going off on another rabbit hole or squirrel hole in the tree. Significant. What is it? Objects. All right. Oh, we got 20 people. Let's go. It does feel like corporate is forever. Interesting. Count for the items that run for $1 to $5. All right. Here we go. We're gonna do over 15 seconds, so it feels like forever. They put a story behind each item and each sold for like 700% markup. Ah, I like it. Okay. This significant object, this was a Gen Xer. She was too busy to cuck. So she went to see an Aerosmith concert. She went with her ex boyfriend, who was former military. He flew in from Iraq just for the concert. Okay. It was amazing. Just like the song. Oh my God, I'm on a roll now. There's a, right? And then it looks like there's 3 passes. And then Steven Tyler, before he signed it, he said, "Thank you for your service to the gentleman." And that's a true story. Oh no, it does say something on here. It just says the band Aerosmith, which, by the way, according to Family Feud, is one of the top rock bands of all time. It's a collector's item because Steven Tyler is now canceled. He's canceled? What? Who else? What the hell? All right, let's go. All right, we gotta run it. Okay, too busy to, you know what? It's got stains on it. That's Steven Tyler's taco sauce. He was eating tacos with the girl that signed this. They're having a little taco buffet. It's mild sauce. Okay, hold on. It still smells. Hold on. Yeah, I'd say mild. All right, here we go. Yeah, Steven Tyler, big taco guy. Like, you know how Ozzy Osbourne loves Chipotle. All right, here we go. Let's run this thing. I didn't put it in the store, so we'll just run it as a. Wait, I got to put something in the store. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. I will add. Let me add it in right now. Minute 54 in the giveaway. We're starting at $1. I'm cloning items. If you don't know how to clone items, you got to go to the triple dots when you're in the show. Go to a previous show and then do what I'm doing, but don't do it during the show. So we're gonna go choose the last show I did, which was Collectibles Liquidation Great Deals, something. Yeah, that one. And then select all. And I'm hoping it's in here. Clone, yes. If it's not in there, at least I have like a blank auction I can use. All right, size medium. It looks like a medium to me though. It's signed by the entire band. You shouldn't wear this because it's signed by the whole band. I wish I knew all the band members' names, but here we go. Blank, yes, blank on the back. Thank you. And you get this stuff. We're gonna start at $1. This is a pricing strategy fail, or it could be a good lesson for all. Either way, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Aerosmith shirt's not in the store because it was accidentally purchased. So now we're gonna do 4 to 7 ounces, $1. Now I'm doing 30 seconds on this one. I'm sorry, I have to. Serves 30 seconds. There's all these signatures. Go. I'm not even looking. Look, I'm on screen. What's it? It's at $1. Silent auction. I'm gonna shut up. That'll last about 3 seconds. There are some taco stains on it. It is signed by the whole band, and you get these. Can I really do a? I can't do a silent auction. Signed by Aerosmith. Thrift says 24. Oh, sudden death would have been a great idea. Too late now. All right, we're trying $1. Joe Perry is the only other guy I know. Me too. Who are the other guys? You think a band like Aerosmith that's like the greatest rock band of all time. $30! Carmelo City. I'd say that $1 didn't really work there, but it's fine. That's a great deal. I think if it was a different shirt, if it was blank, I don't know. And here comes the Gibby winner, Allie. How appropriate, perfect. That is beyond steals right. I'm gonna put this on a double secret probation auction, just in case. Here, yay, Allie. I didn't think so either. Karma, sudden death. Congratulations. We're gonna go to giveaway. No, we're gonna go to buy it now. Corn. So okay, this is a good pricing strategy thing. Okay, so my corn shirt is listed in the buy it now. You can make offers. I'm gonna pin it. This is actually a good experiment. Then I'm gonna click the triple dots, the triple stones like in Goonies, triple bones. Is that what it is? Triple stones, triple bones. And then I'm gonna click either run as auction or run as flash sale. I'm gonna run as a flash sale, and then you can choose your percentage off if you've never used this before. This is a percentage off of your price that you've listed, and it does the math for you. Or you can do price off, like the dollar amount. So I'm going to choose percentage off. I'm going to try 20% off. You can do 30 seconds. So you have 30 seconds to decide if you want to buy this for $327.20. Start flash sale in 3, 2 now. 1, 2, 10. That's a flash sale. There we go. So even if it doesn't sell, we're just showing you what a flash sale is. Isn't that cool? So I guess on your end, you're seeing buy it now, and you can buy it now. Signed by the entire band. Corn. I couldn't name one of their songs, sadly. And I grew up in the '90s, I guess you could say. Yeah, I was a teenager in the '90s. 409. Is it a Beach Boys song? Oh yeah, giddy up in my 409. Yeah, Beach Boys, man, they're one of the greatest. All right, so that's cool how we yeah. So the, oh, you can use a feature. Another great feature to use when you're doing I guess when you're setting your stuff up, it's kind of like pricing. I just noticed this. You can scan barcodes, but be careful. It's not a perfect feature. But when you are adding your photos, one of the options is to scan a barcode. And when you do that, sometimes the description will come up really long winded. You can get rid of that or it'll be wrong. But if you can actually pull your item in like that, that could save you a lot of time to list items that way. I've tried it on like 15 different UPCs, and I feel like it worked on the majority of them. So that's another one I didn't know about. Does anyone know when that feature came out? Let's do like one more givey. Congrats, Ali. You know, I'll get you something cool. And thanks for the purchase, Carmelo. I feel like you didn't mean to get it, but thank you. That was a good deal. Yeah, try the surprise. What I just did, the flash sale, I think is a great feature. I've had a couple people within the last 2 months. Wow, I totally missed it. I feel like that should have been like a big announcement. Like I like using barcodes for this is like a higher level thing that I'm not saying people have to use. I'm gonna get rid of the poll. I feel like that's been up there too long. But I love using the CSV file like for certain orders. If I have like a big lot of like action figures, something with a lot of barcodes, I have like little cheats and hacks in order to populate a CSV file with the UPC. But that may be too much work for some people. Might not want to do that. But they do have that. It's one of the earliest features they had actually, which is pretty interesting. Which is the CSV file. Did it end? There we go. Gibby is running. Can you not see it? What else I got? I don't even have that much great stuff today. Let's tour because I feel like I have a show scheduled for today, and I don't know what time it's scheduled for. I usually have a lot of comics. Hold on. Let me show you guys one of the coolest lots I just got. Besides the stuff that's here, hold on. There's always sports cards. There's this. Gibby is running. Thank you. I'm trying to think of other. I got an elephant made of onyx slam. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. A lot of porcelain dolls. I have this. If anyone's local, I accidentally bought this. Thanks for all the no. Oh, absolutely. At least I could do. Don't say I don't really have good stuff today before saying you have a show later. Oh, is that what I said? 2.5 hours. Thank you. I gotta change that. I accidentally bought this because I thought it was like an 8 by. Always look. Here's one. Always look at the measurements of an item when in the pictures. I did fail to do that. So if anyone wants an old traffic light controller, and I'm in Maryland. No, I have good stuff. I'm kidding. Let me try to find the stuff that I want to show you guys. I have some real. Actually, I have some amazing stuff right here. Hold on. Look at this. This is incredible. This is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. Look at that. And thank you, Corporate Goth. Carmelo. We need some comps here. Or some information. Please. 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 Do. Allie's chuckling at that one, I think. Like not like the red chuckle, but maybe like the yellow chuckle at least. Bucktails. Oh my god, that was good too. Come on, Jesus Christ, like 14 people. Bucktails joke, come on, Ducktales, God. Nobody. It's when a tree falls in the woods, man. No one hears it. Dad jokes all day. I buy a lot of things to make other things with. Yeah, sometimes if you explain what you can do with an item, well, that's good too. That's true. How cool is this stuff though, guys? For real. Bucktails. Woo. A lot of comic books. Here's some comics. There are comics everywhere. You have a minute 58 left. What I can make with that traffic light? Oh yeah. No, that's true. There's so much I think you could do with that. Like a safe. I feel like you could turn it into a safe or something like that. What else could you turn it into? I took that picture, Sugar Ray. I sold the boxing glove on here that I got signed. Got that. This picture, here's a good show and tell, Karma. Check this out. I need to find a buyer for this thing. Look at the back of this. You're going to love this. How much for all the comics? Sure, let me check. Those are on consignment, so I got to check. Check this out. This is a good one for provenance. Ready? I hope they knew this when they sold this. This is the mayor. What's it called? McKeldin giving this photo to Harry Truman, and somehow it ended up back here in my lap. I don't understand how. I think that's pretty cool, don't you? Carmelo. There's so it was a gift. I'm not. Yeah, I guess to Truman. Wild, right? I need the right buyer for that one. Provenance is amazing on this thing. Also, the date, December 20th, 1945. So we're talking like post, nuclear bomb Truman. Wild stuff. I've gotten some sweet art pieces that turned out to be super rare because the seller didn't know what they had. I feel like I wish I knew more about art because I'm always seeing like art auctions and stuff going for like nothing. But I don't know enough about art. I like, old movie posters. That's one, like the one-sheeters. I love getting one-sheeters. I feel like people don't put enough value into one-sheeters if you can find those. Usually can get them pretty cheap if you have good timing. Here's this Turtles one. I could run this. 2 hand signed dot. Jeez, I mean that's a sick example. Those comics. Let me see. These are on consignment. So let me get a price for all of them. Hold on. Usually I run my comics pretty cheap unless if they're on consignment. I have to do some sort of reserve. But otherwise, I try to. Allie knows I sell my comics super cheap. I just move through volume. Hold on. I think that was it. Okay, let's see what he's got here. We'll bring in the other room. 2 hand signed. How much are those dollies worth? That's wild. Approximately. So yeah, what could you make with this traffic thing? It's pretty amazing looking. If you're a local, like it's pretty heavy, Doc. So all right, got a little more. Any other questions or comments about pricing, guys? I'd love to hear. I definitely learned a lot from you guys. I learned it by watching you or listening to you. Oh my God, Karma! How much did you pay for this? Dude, Karma is amazing. I don't even understand. The box was empty. There's a lot of. Actually, let me show you how many comics I went through, guys. Hold on. This is how and I'll get more. Look, empty, empty, empty. Wait, here's more. Empty. And then the one you saw. And then more. And that's been like in a week. In 2 weeks. And there's like 3 more up here. Anyway, let's see how much these comics go for. So meaning I will sell comics in volume fast if you guys like comics. I'm trying to find a place to put this back down. Sorry, guys, because my tripod is not nearby. So I can show you. 100. Oh my God, Karma. I hope you sold those and got out. All right, so someone wanted to price on these, and we do have a Gibby going. Any other questions about pricing? I'd love to hear it. I would start this at $1 if it wasn't on consignment. Tell us about being discouraged, Taylor. And I would say definitely, whatever you're doing now, keep doing it and keep building on the side first until you're confident that it's going to work long term. Not really a reseller. Okay. Still, I mean, that's amazing. Yeah, Tailored. Let's see. Tailored by Angry. Is that your selling name? Let's see. But you've only sold 9 things, it looks like. So maybe you did 1 show. Come shop my wonderful curated shows. A little everything. So I don't see any shows planned either. Maybe use a different account. All right. The person asked about these comics. So we have an indie here. So there's 2, 3. Actually, I have some other comics I can show you too. But I'll probably just do my pop-up show and do that. About what you're selling to. All the estate sale company owners called me to ask about things. Huh. I've been selling in the vintage fashion category. Would it be smarter to sell in the estate sale? That's a good question. I think, yeah. I mean, if you have a little bit of everything, yeah. I know reselling everything tells me that the vintage, was it decor category? He said does really well. What was the other one? Fashion. Oh, fashion. See, I don't know much about that category. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to just BS. I don't know much about that category, but it does. It definitely is smart to. Oh, Martha, that's a good point. That is a good point. It's definitely smart to experiment with different categories and just feel it out. So you've only done a couple of shows, right? So try a different category for sure. Martha, thank you so much for coming in. Martha, you have orders coming your way, and I just so you know, they're split up into like I kind of use since they're all around the same time. We split them up so we could like get them all shipped out. So you're gonna have like safely. So like that one plate you bought, we kind of took it out, shipped it with soft stuff. So don't be confused when you get stuff that you're like, where's the rest of the stuff? It's coming. Categories are dead. Interesting. This guy's a music memorabilia, and it's always only BTS stuff. Wait, what's BTS? So here's all the comics. Were you interested in me pricing all of them out? I might just run the Superman ones first. Did we do the Superman? We did Superman is Dead. I think Martha got them. Again, these are on consignment. I think I'll just do all the Superman first, because not everyone's going to want Marvel and DC. So we're doing a little bit of pricing stuff here. We'll start at I guess I'll have to just explain later, and whatever you call it, ask for forgiveness later. I'll run it at $1, even though it's on consignment. Fuck, screw it, because we're trying different things here. We're experimenting, right? Don't let me down. Several let me count them. I have gotten several followers from just being on shows. That's amazing. Oh, Allie, yeah, absolutely. That's good. That's good to keep engaged like that. And I think the algorithm likes that when you go into shows and you engage and you buy and follow people and the same kind of people. That's what I remember. Art of War told me that's one of the things the algorithm likes. There's all sorts of things, but I don't know if the algorithm even knows what it likes anymore. Sports cards, non-sports cards, and some other items. Is there? I do have those. Or are you saying that's what you sell? I'm going to run a show soon. Right now, it's the seller Q&A. We're talking about selling, but we're going to do a little experiment. We'll do $1 with all these. I think I have enough people in here. I feel confident selling this at $1. You wanted to count them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's very helpful, Ginger. And you kind of stand out, your logo, your name. I feel like people remember that too. And you're talkative. I remembered you immediately. I thought you had already been on here for a while based on like the way you came into the chats and stuff. And we're talking to other people. And I feel like you were brand new. All right, there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Unless I missed one. 13. Sorry for all the shakiness. Hold on, here it comes. Michael, you said you like, hold on, because I don't have my stuff in front of me. You like non-sports cards and sports cards that you collect? Is there a team you like? Do you like Garbage Pail Kids, Pokemon? Barge in, make you remember. Yeah, that's smart. No, that's good advice. I mean, when you have a really kind of random name like with a bunch of numbers and letters, it's not going to be as memorable as Ginger Thrifter with the logo to go with it. Ginger Thrifter sounds like you've already had a YouTube channel for 5 years and you got a long beard, and like I would believe it if you told me you had 10,000 YouTube subscribers. I'd be like, yeah, that sounds about right. GPK for Michael, you got it. Oh yeah. All right, we're gonna run the 13 Superman comics that are on consignment. Let me see if they're in here. And then I think we had some good discussions about the pricing today. Let's end it with this one. We're gonna say we'll do $1 and see what happens. And then please do me a favor, guys. Subscribe to my YouTube. There is a link in the notes. Start this at $1. I'm doing 30 seconds. There's 13 of them. Go. Don't let me down. Don't let me. The Doomsday cover. I sold all the ones that were the funeral for a friend. This is for everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, that's part of the Superman is Dead collection, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. The special covers for the rain. We're only at 9 for 13. A number one, and the rest. And this one, oh, that is a Superman is Dead one, isn't it? 13 for all 13. Thanks, Allie. The ones with Doomsday on the cover are the ones where he actually kills. Ah, thank you, Karma. 16 for corporate. Action Comics, The Adventures. This one is I think that's a key issue from that run. 18 for all vintage and such is in there. That's a good issue too. Man of Steel. I know Martha likes the Man of Steel. All right, Vintage and Such. Thank you so much for your first purchase. Vintage and Such. Oh, I would think you were also a seller based on the name. I was wrong. Just gonna check it out, guys. Thanks so much. Please do me a favor. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and there's a whole playlist of seller Q&A stuff where I'm telling you most of the good stuff comes from you guys and your feedback, and me just riffing on your feedback. Another one of these shows is coming up in June. And check out Custom Word Burning also in Jen's Deals. There's other seller Q&As from other people in the seller Q&A community. And make sure that you check out those shows. They always help. Wait a minute. Oh, thanks, Corporate. You're the best. Algorithm and Blues? Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. I'm going to be back in a little bit. Oh, thanks, Ginger, for reminding me. Jesus. Okay, so the coolest thing, I think, there you go. Check out Michael's comics. Yes. Oh my God. I just talked. So my first interview is going to be with Kendra for Lego. my YouTube channel is going to be changing. Thank you, man. It's going to be whatnot seller focused. I'm still going to do like silly shorts and things that I sold. What did I sell on whatnot? That's my little thing. What do we sell on whatnot today? But if you want to be interviewed, it's going to help you. It helps me. It cross promotes. That's creating a nice community. We talk all about you, what you sell, your whatnot adventures, your reselling adventures. We learn about you. We learn about what you sell, and I edit it so you look really good. And then you have some cool content and everyone wins. So yeah, I'm starting to, if you are interested, I'm starting like a little Excel list, like a little sign up sheet list. Just DM me for now because it's not as formal. And then I can't wait to start doing it. And it could be like a 10-minute interview. It could be a 20-minute, 30-minute. It all depends on you. And it's so laid back, no pressure. Like I'll make it really easy for you. I'll even give you the questions ahead of time and you can say, ones you do and don't want to answer. Simplest thing possible, and it'll be fun. And then you have content that you can use, and then we all win. So that's the next thing I'm doing. So thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely make you look good and make everyone look good. You could throw a little filter up there, whatever you want. Um, Editing is important though too. So and then we'll turn them into little shorts, and you have content forever. We'll have AI turn them into shorts. You know how that works too, right? You can take a long video and AI. That's how these guys pump out all this content. Anyway, thank you guys. So subscribe to YouTube. Ginger, thanks for reminding me. Kendra Falego, she's on here. She said she'll be the first interview, and then we'll go from there, and we're gonna learn from hers. Ginger, thank you. Thanks everybody. Video production content, custom music or graphic. Oh my God! Wow, dude, you're like the most well-rounded human alive. We need to interview you just because of all the stuff you do and have done. Martha, thank you. I appreciate all you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys when I launch the live show, which will be in the storage unit category. Thanks, you guys, for hanging out. I'm John, Springer Collectibles. Let's go raid somebody. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you. Thank you, Allie. You're the best. All right, guys. See ya. Raid. Create a raid. Thanks, Thrift. So let's see. I was trying to find someone else in this category, but we'll go somewhere else. Community. All right, we'll go somewhere else. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, and see ya.